All right, guys, after we have done the dot-to-dot transfer method and then transferred our design by connecting the dots, remember that we don't want to go deep. We only want to go a millimeter or two, or just scratch it in. Please don't press all the way hard because it will fall into puzzle pieces if you cut it all the way to the bottom, okay? So today you should be ready to apply appliques. Appliques are pieces of clay that you score and slip onto there to make them pop out. So you can call them pop outs or appliques. If we look at our vocabulary sheet, the score and slip method is also called scratch and attach by some elementary teachers. It's a method of attaching two pieces of clay together, scratch or carve lines on the two that you want to join, and then use the slip as glue, okay? Slip is watered down clay, and right now the clay that we're working with is in the plastic stage. It means it's really moldable, okay? So let's go through how we're gonna do that. You're going to take your template, see, good thing that you saved it, and you're going to cut out something that's kind of a focal point of the story. So for me, some of my focal points would be my son, who was not born yet, inside, and then the plane, since the plane was about to crash, okay? And then maybe something over here, I'm not sure. So I'm going to start with this easy heart. I'm going to carefully cut out my heart, and I'm going to roll a thin slab. How thin? Thinner than your clay tile, but not so thin that it's like shabby, okay? I would say that this is like a quarter, the thinness of a quarter or 2/4. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place my cutout right here on the clay. I would suggest going at the edge, right? Because if you make this, you can put other things here. And then I apply that down. I'm going to take the needle tool and it's really important for precision, guys. I want you to take your time. We're not rushing through this. I want these to be really well crafted, and that doesn't happen if you're just slapping stuff together. If you keep following my directions like you have, you're going to produce something that you're really proud of. So here's my heart. I'm going to peel this off in case I need it. Now, it has kind of sharp edges. I'm going to take my finger, smooth it out. Don't use water though. I think a lot of times somebody has told you in your past art making life that clay needs to be wet all the time. At this point, it's very hard to do details when clay is very wet. So just use your finger. You have 10 tools that work great. So smooth that out. Now we're ready to score and slip. Score and slip. Score is another word for cutting. And when we cut into the clay, we want to increase the surface area for the slip or the glue. Here's my slip. It is in this container. You have 2 of these at your desk. You want to kind of smush it up so that the clay isn't in a big hunk. So this is going to be like our glue. It's just clay plus water. We're going to score to create lines. And what this does is it increases the surface area of the 2 things that we're trying to join. And when I apply that wet slip, it creates a vacuum and it kind of sucks it towards each other. Okay? Clay will not hurt acrylic nails. It won't ruin your manicure, okay? It washes right off, and I have lotion, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm applying slip to both areas, both pieces, and then I stick it on there. And kind of press it down. And then once it dries a little bit more, you can take one of the modeling tools, like the one that I call the C tool, and you can kind of neaten up your edges, but you want to kind of smooth it so that you're erasing anything that doesn't really belong there, like any little extra bits of the slip. Okay, so that's how you would apply an applique, or you might call it a pop out. How many appliques do you have to have? I would like you to demonstrate 3 if they match your story. something you could think about is maybe I'll do an applique of the heart of the people that I love. So that'll be my first pop out, and then I'll pop out their faces on top of that. You could do two stacked up. Okay, so let's work on our appliques today. Please make sure that you score and slip and smooth. I will tell you this, guys. People always, they think they can just plop on the clay and I won't notice and it'll be fine. What's going to happen is if you don't score and slip something, this will dry away faster because it has a smaller surface area, and it'll just break right off. It'll just fall off. So please trust my experience and my know-how that if you want anything to stay on there, you must score and slip, scratch and attach. Use that slip. I know these things. I've been doing this for a while, okay? At the end of class, same as usual. Slide it into your bag, get the bag on the board, and put it in the back room, okay? Thank you so much for your attention. I can't wait to see what you're going to make.